Hello everyone, I'm Jack and I'm going to be talking about RNG and competitive Pokemon. If that already didn't go over your head, then brief introduction to me. I'm Oregon's #2 ranked Pokemon player, and I'm also a huge nerd. Like, if you saw me online, you'd wonder if I have friends. Spoiler alert, I don't. I've been playing for about 3 years, and I go by the name Frienderman. If you really care about what I do, you can follow me on Twitter there at Frienderman, but I doubt any of you care. What is random RNG? RNG is short for random number generation. It's how a computer decides any case involving probability. This is basically a pseudocode I use to show a 70% chance. It'll generate a random number between 0 and 9, which is 10 numbers. If it's between 0 and 6, it'll do outcome 1, otherwise outcome 2. There's no need to put the numbers on the second part because that's redundant. What are the examples of RNG Pokemon? Well, you have move accuracy, critical hits, status conditions, sleep turns, move secondary effects, and damage rolls, all are able to sway the outcome of the match, potentially. How does it impact the game, you might ask? Well, accuracy creates a risk-reward system where more powerful moves have a lower chance to hit. But sometimes, moves that aren't that powerful have a low chance to hit, and you wonder what were they thinking. Critical hits are a 1 in 16 chance that every damaging move has to inflict. They'll do 1.5 damage, and any negative stat changes that would lower your damage are completely ignored. But any positive ones that boost your damage are still there. Damage rolls generate a number between 0.85 and 1, varying by 1/100th of a number every time, for a 1 in 16 chance of each being generated. And your damage is multiplied by the number generated. For example, if you use this first attack, it'll vary between 47.7 and 56% chance. While here, it'll vary between 90.4 and 107.1%, 100% damage and your Pokemon is KO'd. Meaning that the more damage you do, the more your damage can sway, and the more you have to invest to make sure your attacks will actually do what you want them to do. Status conditions. Paralysis slows the opponent's speed down to 25% of its original value, which is already incredibly powerful on its own, as moving first is a huge advantage in the game, and gives them a 25% chance of not being able to move at all, basically wasting a turn for your opponent. The other very large one is confusion. It lasts randomly anywhere between 1 and 4 turns. On every turn, there's a 50% chance you'll hit yourself in confusion and not be able to do anything. So instead of doing whatever move you wanted to do, your Pokemon will instead hurt itself and just look like a giant idiot. Sleep will make your Pokemon unable to move for 1 in 3 turns with a chance to wake up after the first guaranteed turn of sleep where they're unable to move. Freeze is potentially the most devastating condition in the game, however, it is the most rare. It is an indefinite status that can last an infinite number of turns theoretically with a 20% chance to wake up every turn. But no move has more than a 10% chance of causing it, so it's almost unseen at the highest level of play. Flinch is basically a 1-turn status condition that some moves have a chance to inflict. The Pokemon that flinches is unable to perform any action that turn. Most moves in the game will carry a secondary effect. They have anywhere from a 10% chance to resolve and up to a 100% chance to resolve. Thunderbolt has a 10% chance to paralyze the opponent, Rock Slide 30% chance to flinch, Icy Wind on hit will always lower the opponent's speed stat. It can be abused very much in high-level play. The most infamous combination is the combination of Landorus and Thunderous. It adds confusion, paralysis, and a chance to flinch to your opponent's Pokemon. And when all 3 status conditions have a chance of inflicting the opponent's Pokemon, each Pokemon only will have a 27% chance to move every turn, which, if your Pokemon are only moving 3 times out of 10, you are most likely going to lose the game. Dark Void is an 80 accuracy move that inflicts sleep on both Pokemon, a 64 chance to hit both opposing Pokemon, and then you go into more RNG with how long they stay asleep, and that move on its own can sway games sometimes. And the most infamous Pokemon that gets Dark Void also gets the ability Moody. Moody will randomly raise any stat, including accuracy or evasion, by 2 stages, and lower another one by 1, which can basically make the Pokemon do anything at any time and decide the match on its own occasionally. How can it be prevented? Pokemon cannot be flinched by the opposing Pokemon if it is faster than it. You can't be flinched if you hit the guy first. Makes sense. A Lumberry is an item that you can hold your Pokemon to use, and it will cure any status condition inflicted, save for flinch, 1 time. So if they Thunder Wave, if they paralyze your Pokemon or confuse it, they'll just eat the berry and let it happen your opponent instead of the one that wasted a turn. What you can do is focus down the opponent Pokemon before it can add status conditions to your team to create those coin flips and rolls that go in your favor. Or you can invest in different stats so that damage rolls won't change the overall outcome of a move. For example, you see the original damage calculation from earlier. If Hydreigon invests more in its HP and defense, it can live the move every time instead of having that 43% chance to die, which I don't like taking 43% chances. How has it affected high-level play? Well, the most infamous example was the 2013 World Championship semifinals match between Zhang and Ryosuke Kosuke. Zhang's Rotom Wash had the move Will-O-Wisp that burns the opponent, which halves the Pokemon's attack stat, which basically means it's doing no damage. It has 75% accuracy. He missed the first 4 times he used it and 6 times overall in the set, which is unfortunate, but he had to know the risks going in of using a 75% accurate move. In Game 3, with the set tied 1-1, winner moves on to play for the World Championship. Ryosuke had to risk the game on Swagger, a move with 90% accuracy, and that inflicts confusion. So if Aaron's Pokemon, in this case Landorus, hit itself in confusion, he would win the game. What happened was he ended up winning on that 45% chance and advanced to the World Finals before losing to Arashimari. RNG can be both detrimental and beneficial to a player. Every turn must be carefully thought out to weigh the outcomes of a turn and decide between either the safest move or the one with the most potential upside, even if there's a little bit of RNG involved that could basically destroy your entire game. And when building a team, you have to decide between using your items, moves, and etc. to make the team as consistent as possible while still functioning effectively, because if you use moves that deal no damage but are 100% accurate every time, you're not going to get very far because you're just tiptoeing around the problem and creating an even bigger problem for yourself. Thank you for listening.